Yeah, that's right.
You mentioned Monte Carlo.
Basically, Grand Prix, but it's a very challenging racetrack that we spend a lot of the average lap there to win there. We end up subconsciously doing.
Mr. Kultard, first of all, welcome to Belgrade. How do you like so far Belgrade? Did you had a chance to see a little bit of the city?
Yep, I had a great experience yesterday afternoon. I just took a walk for a couple of hours and just looking, observing, getting a feel for the sights and sounds. And it's always great to be able to do that ahead of any show run, because then you understand a little bit more about, let's say, people's daily lives. So very happy to have the opportunity to put the Formula One car on the streets. Looking forward to hopefully influencing another generation of fans of Formula One.
Is it your first time in Serbia?
Yeah, first time here. That's why it's really great that Red Bull have pulled this together, and great that the authorities that have to give permission have been accepting. But I think that when you look at the previous show car runs we've done in many different countries and many different cities around the world, they've always been very nicely organised, and they've brought people together. There's always been a big turnout of the general public.
Did you have a chance to see the racetrack, and what do you think about it?
Yeah, I had the chance when I arrived to see where the location is. Obviously, the team are well briefed and understood ahead of anything the space we have to actually drive the car. All looks good, and just hoping the weather's kind to us so we can put on a nice show.
It's a little bit strange, the racetrack. You know, it's in the center of the city, but it's not the championship race. But how does it feel to drive through the streets of the city, and how does it feel to drive after many years after the end of your active driver's career?
Well, first of all, it's a privilege to be allowed to drive a Formula One car in the city, and I don't underestimate that at all. So I say thank you to Red Bull, and I say thank you to the, those within Belgrade that have to give the permissions, and how it feels to drive a Grand Prix car after all these years. In many ways, some part of it is just like yesterday, because I did so many laps in a Grand Prix car. In other ways, it's a great reminder of just how special a Formula One car is and how efficient a Formula One team is, because over time sometimes you can start to forget a little bit just the challenge that's involved. But I think working in television as a commentator today, getting the chance to jump back in a car reminds me just how challenging and how much fun it is.
Serbia never had a Formula One driver, but what you can say, what advice you could give to the kids that like driving, how they can one day become a Formula One driver? What is your advice?
Well, the advice is, of course, to go to a go-kart track, whether it's even a fun kart track, and just discover whether you have the natural talent for driving. And one thing, of course, you have to have the speed, but you have to be consistent. You've got to be able to deliver it lap after lap after lap. And then ultimately, if you get the opportunity to do some races, you'll find out that's just the beginning of the journey, and it takes hard work and commitment. And I say to my 13-year-old son who's racing, someone else has the same talent in the world as you. So if they work harder, it's only fair that they achieve more. So I'm explaining to him he has to work in everything, physically, mentally. He has to work at school, of course, as well, to make sure that all of that is taken care of. So nothing just comes because you want it. You have to work, and that's the thing I would really say to even my younger self. I thought I was working hard, but there was always more that I could do. But thankfully, I was guided by my parents and guided by opportunity to really maximize my potential.
One last question. Did you maybe had a chance to meet Novak Đoković or some other Serbian athletes? We have great champions in other sports.
Yeah, well, I have had that opportunity. With Đoković, and we're both based in Monaco, and at the Laureus Sports Awards, I've met him a few times. So actually, in one of my Instagram pictures is the two of us together. So great champion, very proud of his country, of course, and his heritage, and that's something that we pick up on around the world. So I look forward to the next time I see him, and I'll be able to say, well, I've been to your country.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kultard.